Hey everybody, Dr. Randy Wirtz in Thrive Chiropractic. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about why does my back go out, or why is my back going out when I just bend down to pick up a pair of slippers or to tie my shoes or even put socks on. I've had people do that before they actually come in their pajamas because they can't move any other way. And it's certainly discouraging when it happens to them at that point, but usually there's something that goes on before that will really tell you it's coming. It's a time bomb that's ready to go off. So I will tell you that these people generally have to set a lot. They don't use their back, so their muscles become weaker. And when you want to use them, they're usually doing something very strenuous the day before, or they had an illness, or a lot of stress, I find, will do this. Don't ask me how the stress fits in. It just, I've seen it before where they get very stressful and their low back becomes very, very sore. And when they use it, it's just a sharp pain and they have to lean a certain way. You'll be able to tell these people because they're leaning a certain way. They'll lean to one side, and that's a telltale giveaway. But inactivity, coupled with a bunch of stress, maybe the day before, or they were actually sick, that will give a sign that, hey, this is about ready to come. But these are some warning signs that you can pay attention to so you know if your back's ever going to do this. So when your back goes out, meaning like there's a sharp pain, you can't hardly walk, you can't hardly move, it happens out of the blue. It's certainly spooky to people because it's never, especially to people it's never happened to, because it's like, I don't know what's going on. What did I do to cause this? So there's usually some, almost always, anybody that I've ever talked to, there is usually some warning signs to key in on this. And the warning signs are not going to be obvious, so that's what I'm telling you now, but they're in your legs. So you're going to think, what's the connection between my leg and my back? Well, if there's damage to your back or your spine, realize that the spine is to protect the nerves, and even if the spine is damaged, it'll actually kind of hurt the nerves, and especially in the nerve going down your back of your leg called the sciatic nerve. And you'll feel what we call even numbness in your leg at times, or your toes will be numb, or you get cramping more at night, or you start getting more cramping and you're wondering, what is this from? Or cramping in your feet. You might even get a pain in your heel from time to time. So let's just say pain that's not explainable, that just happens for no reason, anywhere in your leg, or if you get numbness in parts of your leg, that's a telltale sign that, hey, you have some issues with your back. And it starts to get, these warning signs will start to get more frequent and they'll start to get more intense. And then pretty soon, you might go a month or two, and then pretty soon, bam, you bend down, do something light, and your back goes out. So these are some things to do to prevent that. So first of all, if you know these warning signs, you start feeling the tingly legs, which we kind of dismiss as our feet going to sleep. First of all, get to a doctor. Okay, there's going to be something happens. Get it checked out. Now, if you're diabetic, your feet are going to start being numb, so you might want to get that checked out too. But if for no apparent reason they go off and on, maybe you put your leg up and it starts turning numb, get to a doctor. I would recommend a chiropractor to start out with because chiropractic does wonders for these people that have this problem. So pay attention to that. Get in right away before the time bomb goes out. What they're going to do is examine you. They want to check your posture and your hips to see if they're level, because if you're carrying your back on level, that's how you're using it, and it's like driving a car that's tires are misaligned. One tire straight, the other tire is turned, and you start using your body like that, your body's going to wear out, then it starts to come into play. So pay attention to those warning signs, get it taken care of right away, or else it's going to take quite a bit longer and it's going to cost you far a bit more to take care of that. Get checked by a chiropractor. If left alone, what's going to happen is it's going to turn into a chronic situation where this back, when it goes out, when you have that sharp pain, it's going to come more often and it's going to get more intense to the point sometimes where it starts to just linger and it becomes more chronic and you're already unable to reverse the damage. So I hope this makes sense for you. By all means, I've had this happen maybe even when I was like, I think 8 years old. I was trimming my grandmother's dog, and I stood up and I couldn't stand up. I couldn't stand up right, and I didn't know what was happening. So it scared the bejeebus out of me then. I don't want to ever do that again. That's why I want to take care of my back. So some things that you can do to prevent this is definitely work on your core, work on some low back exercises. I am going to post those in the description, so you can go to my website and you can look at some simple exercises that you can do to prevent your low back from going out and keeping it stronger as well. But I got to tell you, walking is probably one of the best things you can do. Walking with a friend, getting out with your spouse, getting out for a walk, 20 minutes. It's probably going to be a little bit around a mile. That's a nice, easy walk. Do that. Obviously in the snow, be careful. It's going to be a little bit worse, but get outside, get some fresh air. That'll help you too. Hope this was helpful. If you like it, definitely pass this on to somebody that you know that's suffering with this. And if you have any questions, please, you're more than welcome to give us a call at InThrive Chiropractic. I'm Dr. Randy Wirtz. God bless. Take care.